destroy my world. I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love, still gonna die for what I love, still gonna try, I won't give up, still gonna fight until I've won.
Hey guys, and welcome to part 8 of what is Naruto is Overpowered. First and first, if you guys manage to get this to 300 likes, the next 2 parts won't have like goals. Actually, since it's 300, actually no, I'm gonna keep it like that. But for the next part, if you guys can't hit 300 by 10 p.m. tomorrow, if you guys can't hit 300, the like goal will be 250. But if you hit 300 by then, you guys will be getting 2 videos without a like goal. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Also, we're nearly at 3.4 thousand subscribers, which is insane since we only hit 3,000 a few days ago. And that's just insane to me. So yeah, thank you guys so much. You don't know how much it means to me. Like 400 new people. That might not seem like a lot until you really think about it. Also, the how much I make videos coming soon. Don't worry. And just so you guys know, that isn't for me to flex. It's just because I thought it'd be a cool idea. I see it all over the place. I thought you guys might want it. So just before you know, that isn't me trying to show it off. I don't actually make that much. So other than that, yeah, let's get into this. Also, that post I made earlier, it was kind of a joke about me looking for a sponsor. It was just like a weird joke, but if anyone's out there, yeah, come ahead. I'm not gonna say no to a sponsor. Okay, let's get into this. Last time I left you guys on a cliffhanger of the tuning exams. So Naruto and Gaara are fighting, and Naruto realized after he gave Gaara, as he was fighting Gaara, there was a dark energy within him, not Shukaku, something darker. And Naruto came to the conclusion that what was controlling him. So Naruto gave Gaara a Sage of 6 Path Sage Mode, and that counteracted the dark power controlling Gaara, letting Gaara control himself. After doing this, Naruto found the source of the dark powers. He looked up, and then, boom, he saw a figure with white skin, Byakugan pale eyes, and silver hair. Naruto could only recognize this as an Otsuki member, which he learnt from the Sage of 6 Paths. He's before him. And Naruto already knows from Kaguya, what you've heard of Kaguya, that they aren't people to mess with, at least for normal people. And they shouldn't be on Earth. As unlike Kaguya, she wanted to take chakra away from Earth for herself. She didn't want the entire Earth yet. But if they're coming to Earth, they already have enough resources, enough plans to take over the entire Earth and absorb all its chakra. So Naruto realized that he has to get everyone out now. So he yelled out, "Everyone, leave!" and all that. And he even got Kurama to summon himself out, and he roared at everybody, telling them to get out if they don't want to get eaten. And everybody run. After Kurama returns to Naruto, oh my god, guys, we hit 3 Oh, sorry. I just read something. Forget it. Jeez, I thought we just hit 350,000. I was like, where did that come from? Forget it. Anyway, and after everyone evacuates, this weird person floats down. And he says, so you're the infamous Naruto who has Otsuki DNA. Why don't you come and join us? It'll be mostly into your benefit more than ours. Naruto contemplates this and tries to think of a plan. But as he's thinking, he realizes the person who offered it to him isn't really waiting for his answer, and is, for some reason, charging up a large attack. Naruto doesn't have time to act, and he yells out, "Fine, what's your name?" The person replies, "Oh, I'm Momoshiki, and we were originally planning to come and invade this world at a later date, but with an arrival of someone who isn't full Otsuki, but powerful enough to match us, we sped up our trip, and are disappointed to see that Kaguya still hasn't completed her mission, and has seemed to be defeated." Well, that doesn't matter anyway. But now, back to you. So you've decided to come with us. Naruto says, on one condition. You don't hurt anyone here. Momoshiki laughs and says, and why would we agree to that? Naruto looks at him. We? This is when Naruto senses another presence. What's a more graceful version of Momoshiki appears, and Naruto says, who are you? What's your name? And the mysterious man says, Toneri. I think that's the guy's name from the movie. And you, Naruto Uzumaki, I want your eyes. Momoshiki scowls and says, Toneri, I don't care if you're higher up or a noble, you will not get his eyes. If he's agreed to come with us, he's one of us. Toneri scowls and says, but he doesn't deserve those eyes. The Tenseigan and the Rinnegan in one. Why does he deserve them? This is where Hinata appears, and Toneri looks at her, and what seems to be a blush appears on his face. Naruto senses emotion, says, wait, do you have a crush on Hinata? Momoshiki gets really annoyed by this and says, Toneri, this can't be true, can it? You, with a mortal? Toneri scowls at Naruto and says, why would you assume such a thing? I get it, you're trying to embarrass me or distract us so you can make a plan. Naruto says, no, I have all tailed beast inside me, I can sense emotions. Toneri's shocked, but then he takes another look at Hinata and sees her eyes. Momoshiki notices his stare and looks at Hinata, and he also notices it. He stops. She has very pure eyes. That's enough to awaken the Tenseigan. Look, Toneri, you can't have Naruto's eyes, but you can have that girl's eyes. Naruto gets enraged by this and releases a lot of his chakra. Well, not a lot, because he is infinite. Momoshiki recognizes Naruto's power and says, I guess that's a no, Toneri, as even if we fight him, it will still cause us a lot of hassle. Although we will 100% win, Toneri smirks. And anyway, he's agreed to come with us right now. Momoshiki gets punched hard in the face by Naruto, and he gets sent flying. Naruto activates his white cloak form, and zooms after Toneri. Not Toneri, I'm sorry, Momoshiki. Momoshiki smiles and spins, attempting to stop himself, but he's too slow. Naruto's already appeared and turned one of his truth-seeking orbs into a scythe, and attempts to decapitate Momoshiki. He barely misses, but causes a huge gash on Momoshiki's chest to appear. He's enraged, and he decided, you know what? You want my entire planet. I don't have any issue killing you. And he makes nunchucks appear. To the guy who wanted them, you're welcome. And he starts bodying Momoshiki with nunchucks, until Toneri appears, and kicks Naruto hard in the side of the face, sending him flying. In this version, I don't really know, but Toneri's actually far stronger than Momoshiki. And I'm going to say that he's a noble if they even exist. So yeah, he's going to be like of royal bloods and all that stuff, so he's like more powerful than Momoshiki. Naruto feels this kick and it's like, wasn't expecting that. And Toneri flexes some of his chakra and says, "You puny mortal, you cannot stand this. This is only 50% of my power." Naruto doubles that. I mean, he matches that a bit, but puts a bit extra to it with his own chakra and releases that. And he says, "Really? That's 50%? That's laughable." Toneri gets a bit scared, but also annoyed. And he says, "I see you are worthy of joining us. Why don't you just forget about these mortals? I won't take that girl's eyes. This is clearly a lie, and Naruto can sense when someone lies. So he says, "You really think that you can just lie to me like that? You think I'm that gullible?" Naruto flares his chakra up again, this time using every single toad beast, except for the Tentos, of course. This bloodlust is insane that it's released. It's a mix of Naruto's and all told beasts. Even Toneri gets a bit took back by it, and he's impressed and thinks, that power is impressive. And then Momoshiki reappears, and both of them put their hands in the air. Remember that fat guy from the movie that Momoshiki was in? I can't remember his name, but he appears and says, "My lord, I see," and turns into that fruit. Let's say Toneri's assistant appears as well and turns into a fruit. Toneri and Momoshiki eats it, and they get to the final forms. Naruto is impressed with this power. He hasn't really fought anyone as strong as this, but it's still nothing compared to him. Naruto creates one of those true Suikanors into his kunai and chucks it at them at insane speeds. They dodge it, but Naruto teleports to it, shocking them. And Naruto isn't playing anymore. He coats his hands in lightning and his arms in lightning and converts both of them into a chokehold. While choking them, he's also attempting to electrocute them, which normally wouldn't work into an Otsutsuki, but when you put the amount of chakra into that technique that Naruto has, it works. They're feeling immense pain, to the point where they start using full power. They release their power, I'm just saying that, and they sort of create a shield combining their power and pushing Naruto away. They say, "Combining our chakra, we've been able to make this shield. Not even you could break this." Naruto walks up and he pushes against it. He says, "So it's chakra. If I want to beat you, I need to overpower your chakra on my own." Momoshiki and Toneri says, "Sadly, that's impossible." Until Naruto takes some of that Tento's power he still has and uses that and pushes against it. They're all shocked, thinking, "Such power." Naruto smacks and says, "This isn't even mine. This is one of the Toad Beast power, and I'm far superior to every Toad Beast." Momoshiki and Toneri are like, "What Toad Beast?" Naruto replies, "Well, I couldn't really say Toad Beast, could I? More like the chakra of one that tried to form, the Ten Tails." Momoshiki and Toneri are shocked. They heard that Kaguya spoke of such a being, but never believed her. But Naruto stops using this chakra and says, "You know what? I'm going to use my own." Chakra chains spurt out of Naruto's back and wrap around the force field and slowly start absorbing it. And Naruto says, "I'm done with games," and pushes out double the chakra that the shield took, obliterating it. Then Naruto races and starts comboing them both at the same time. He creates 2 million shadow clones, 1 million goes at each, and they start bodying each other. This is where Toneri and Momoshiki fuse and destroy their shadow clones coming at them. They start roaring, and as they roar, how do I say this? They actually send a chill down Naruto's spine. to the point where he knows he has to end it now, or something might go wrong. So Naruto decides you wanna flex your power. Well, fine. He goes deep, deep, deep down, summoning what he can to attempt this new technique. He roars. Naruto's might be losing himself. Momoshiki and Tanui can't even tell. Actually, since they're fused, the new nickname is Tonoshiki. Tonoshiki, remember that. Tonoshiki can't really tell if Naruto's still anymore. The true Seeker orbs surrounding him are slowly covering his entire body. But at the same time, a rib cage is slowly manifesting. A white rib cage. And it finally surrounds Naruto fully, creating a huge Susanoo. Perfect Susanoo, might I add. But Naruto then compresses this and creates an armor. Over his armor. Yeah. And he says, this isn't even my full power. He goes even deeper and summons every tail beast chakra. And it's just immense. Then we look at his eyes. It's a Rinnegan with Tomoe slowly turn red. But then they turn bluish white and has the Tentagon symbol pattern in them. Naruto's mixing all his power together and he roars, "You who tried to hurt my friends, my family, now you pay." Naruto charges at them, but before he reaches them, he passes out. Suddenly an explosion of power hits him, and it wasn't weakness that made him pass out. It was quite the opposite. It was something pulling towards him, a strange power he didn't even know he had. This is where a strange being appears in front of him. He doesn't know who it is, but they touch his eyes. All of a sudden, Naruto opens his eyes and he sees clearly. And his eyes, the white part of his eyes turn black as the insides turn bluish white. And this is recognized by Tonoshiki as the Jogan, the pure eye. Naruto smirks and says, "So this is the power you was trying to give me. I like it." But then Naruto says, "But I've promised these guys my full power and they're getting it." Chakra explodes from Naruto, even sending Tonoshiki back. And he's actually nearly getting damaged by this chakra. The black outlining's turning bluish white. And it's Tomoe on it. But it keeps its bluish. And, it keeps its bluish and whitish center eye. That we're like, this is the pure eye's potential here. Now you really need to join us, or you give us your eyes. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it here, Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think is going to happen next. Also, if you want to sponsor me, like I said, come on, hit me up. My email's in my about section of the channel, so... Anyway, see you guys later. Peace. Remember, 4K before the end of May. We actually might do it, considering I made that we hit 3K, I think it was the 3rd of May, maybe? And now that it's the 8th of May, we're nearly at 3.4K, so let's smash it. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoy, and peace out. Bye.